Three. All right. Welcome back, Twitch.
Hey guys,
and
after
YouTube. And
how
YouTube.
long has it been?
Hello.
Like 2 months?
Feels like it. It's been a month and a week, I believe. A whole new campaign. It's a whole new world. And a new template. A new everything. We've got Hero Lab backing us up here. All kinds of things.
Goody
Um,
goodies.
The really only difference I think we'll be seeing is, of course, cast members and audio. So if you guys have any audio issues, please let us know. There might be a little bit of echo on my part, but I've done what we could to reduce that for now. All right. So let's go ahead and get this started by introducing everybody. We have Daniel playing Garrett, the half-orc gunslinger, level 1. Everybody's level 1. We have Shy Siren, aka Shanna, playing Seda, a elf oracle, and she has opted to get a centaur companion. So she's basically foregone all of her starting gear, all of her starting gold, to get a companion that eats up a big chunk of her experience points. But it's probably worth it.
He carries all my stuff.
As for Tay and Sab, is it cool to use your actual name?
No, I don't care.
Okay, so we have Susan playing Tay. Tail is a shifter witch, a hedge witch.
Yep.
And we have what the hell is the name of the actual dinosaur? I know it's Eos. Is your
You're gonna try and make me say it.
Compaganagadigi.
Compagnothus.
Compsognathus.
Compsognathus. That's what it was.
It's a Compsognathus.
Fantastic.
That's Derp Dino.
And then we have another Daniel playing Sabrith, not Sabrith, Sabrith, who is a shifter. Should probably be specific. Tay is a Dreamsight shifter. Sab is a Beasthide shifter, and he is playing the Unchained Barbarian. So, should probably kick a little bit of ass at the very least.
Yeah, you gotta live up to that title, man.
Hopefully.
Just a little bit. If you're unchained, you better not be chained up.
Yeah.
Well, that's for after.
So we've got some backstory here for the characters and everything like that, but we'll get to that after a while. A while.
Wow.
You're saying that really weird.
Don't make me get
So-
my whip.
I held a vote a couple months back on Tumblr as to how this campaign would start. And the majority vote was that it would start with the party on the lightning rail to Sharn from Rote. And at some point in time during the ride, they would be attacked by an airship. At this point in time, they are on the lightning rail to Sharn, but they have yet to have been attacked. And we can kind of get used to everything. Relearn Roll20. And go from there.
So that's our only spoiler.
The players were poor as shit and could only afford the caboose. I say that at one point in time, Sab had money to do stuff, but opted for better weapons.
And a falcon.
And a falcon. Named
I was peer
Brent.
pressured into the Falcon.
Yeah. So everybody is chilling in the caboose.
Choo-choo.
These tokens here, save for Rand and Eos, were made by Shy Siren. So, hopefully, the resolution. There we go. The resolution kicks
Yeah,
in.
it fixed itself.
All right.
The eagle looks like something out of like
So-
a Jontron video.
We are on the back.
Yeah.
Why don't we actually, let's really quickly take a quick look at the engine compartment, because it just, to me, it's just badass. This is the
You
front
did
of
a
the train.
great job on these.
Thank
So.
you.
You were having fun with all the lightning bolts.
I couldn't help that, to be honest. All right.
That's impressive.
Back to the ass of the train. All right, so we have giant chibi centaur, little chibi people, photorealistic bird, and a picture of a dead dinosaur.
It's not dead.
Hey,
It's just
it's
dirty.
a picture of 200 EXP points.
It's
All
true.
right. So pre-stream, we had
No, it's
established
200 XP.
that we've established that the party has gotten an hour into the voyage to Sharn.
You might not want to whip your weapon out too much, Garrett, because Tay's always watching.
Always.
I am.
Oh gosh. So speaking of, the party as it is has known each other for a month. Previous to that, Sab and Tay were on their own, and Seda, Garrett, and Firu were on their own on their own. Oh, I almost said that.
You did say
They
it. You did.
they I gotta clear my chat.
The three of them were together for about. Why?
Anyways,
What was in the chat?
I don't know. Anyways,
Oh, but the three of them were together for about.
4 months.
I think
5
we
months.
said 4 to 5 months.
They traveled all the way.
A long way.
I'm gonna just
We
do this for the
cross-country'd it.
stream. They started down here. Well, Seda and Firu started down here, and they actually encountered Garrett and Gatherhold, and then had to travel all the way like this, where they met Savante, and have traveled all the way like this, basically.
And then we had our great tavern chair adventure.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I'm sure there was more than just one great tavern chair adventure.
Y'all need to watch the video of us making our characters for that reference.
All right. So you guys have been on the back of this for about an hour. Is there anything that you guys are currently doing? Because you're not being attacked yet.
We're just waiting for the inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Sitting
guys,
there with all of our
you
weapons
guys
out.
have like a sick feeling in your stomach, like something's just not right this whole day. Seda's fallen into a trance. She's having a final destination dream.
Yeah.
No.
You
Not
feel free
really.
to move your
Yeah, not
characters,
really.
your companions around.
Well-
Yeah, it's just wherever. Here. No, Garrett, back up.
We got a fat head. I mean,
Back up.
You got a fat head. You
There.
do have a fat head.
The Falcon's
Let
looking
me see
pretty
this.
tasty.
Holy crap. Shy, why'd you give him such a fat face?
Listen, you're the one who resized these characters. You resized them
No,
to this.
it scales them down to fit in the square.
I mean, if you really want to see who has a fat face, it's Fury right now.
takes up 4 squares.
Well, it's like, technically he should have been made to like fit like this,
Yep.
but that doesn't properly
You're
show his
looking
reach.
particularly narrow there. If you're
But that doesn't accurately show his reach.
All right, you can get closer now, Garrett.
No, I'm good. I'm just
I
gonna
mostly
by the
made
hay.
the tavern chair she was so that she'd have some straw under her.
Oops.
And Tay's
There
like,
you
nope.
go.
Tay's like, nope. I want to get the bare metal down here.
Yeah, you don't want to sit on
There,
the straw,
you have
Sab.
control over Ren now. See, that's what I wanted to do, is like test everybody's characters and tokens, make sure everything works. Fantastic. Now onto the murdering.
What was
What?
that?
So,
Am I on top of you so I can just have like, okay, so he has like a little Seda headband right there.
he has a Sata pin on his headband. Okay.
So there's nobody else in our caboose with us.
No, it's pretty empty. The storage
No
compartment
animal?
is in front of you. Give me a perception check. Anybody who wants to make a perception check can do this.
I can also help with that.
And that's plus. No.
What the crap is my percent? There it is. Dude.
That's plus 5, so I got a 21.
There you go, Tay.
Oh man, that's some high rolling.
Plus 2. Plus 2. Carl,
She's too busy looking at the pistol.
Yep.
All right. So
I was
Tail,
rubbing Yos's belly.
you weren't paying attention. You were actually paying more attention to the sparks and stuff under the train as they catch your fascination every single time when you boarded this train. This particular train is larger and longer than the ones you have been riding.
So it's more
More
impressive.
compartments, yeah. As for Garrett, Seda, Sab, and
Yeah, I didn't roll for Firu.
yeah, Firu. What's his perception bonus?
8.
So that's an 18. Let me minimize that real fast. You notice that there is 8 other compartments besides the caboose and the engine. The one in front of the caboose was being loaded up before you were allowed on. The other ones,
With people or with cargo?
that was cargo. The other ones were with people, with the exception of the second one behind the engine and the third one behind the engine. Those had nobody going on to them. The
So
very,
we're
very front one
even-
behind the engine was saved for first class. So that was like all ritzy people and stuff like that. There was only maybe a dozen or so that were getting on to that one.
So is this train like full of people then? Like besides
it's-
first class?
Yeah, it's pretty full. Even though when we go to other compartments eventually, I won't have a ton of people on there. That's just to save load times for everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
When I say
so,
it's full of people, I mean it's full of people.
Like the
Well-
subways at rush hour are gonna have to squeeze between everybody.
No,
Yeah.
meaning it's like an airplane.
Okay.
So it's not like overpacked, but people are all in their seats, and it's kind of like single file and organized. The only thing that's really not organized is back here, and it looks like it was barely cleaned.
it looks like
for
a
you guys
horse
knowing.
stable in here.
Yeah, straight up is.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah. As Firo kind of looks around at everybody else, like, why is everything so dirty? What'd you do, Garrett? Sab?
Not bad, Daddy.
All right. Once you're on board, you are allowed, with the exception of your pets, and this includes Firu, to wander about the train because there is a kitchen, there's stuff to get to eat and all that kind of stuff. So if you'd like to do that, I'll let you do that for a little bit before we get into the action, just to kind of get familiar with Pathfinder.
Okay.
Because Garrett's only played Pathfinder once. It's been over a year
Yeah.
for both Garrett and Seda, and Savante are Pathfinder virgins.
Prepare to get that horribly taken away from you.
Horribly.
I know. Especially with
It's gonna be
Tony
great.
as your DM.
It's gonna ravage.
So
Tarrasque
the last
incoming.
game we played with him, someone was almost taken out by a tree. So
By wind. The tree
Yes.
was just
Yes.
a
A
bonus.
gust of wind.
So I think
Lightning strikes at Sab. I need a reflex save.
I'm inside a compartment. This thing's a death trap. We're getting a lawyer.
These are much like cruises. Your safe voyage is not guaranteed, okay? You're just paying for a
you
ticket
just
to
pay for the
ride.
ticket.
It's never
Right.
happened a ticket to ride though. No railroads.
anyone feeling hungry?
So yeah, I was about to say we've been on here for an hour and I've probably just been sitting here the whole time. So I am up for going to the kitchen to get some num nums.
Good idea.
All right.
Let's go.
Onward.
Are we leaving
Where?
Firiru here?
Don't.
Yes.
Don't. Oh gosh. Oh no.
No,
Sab.
no, don't jump.
That's the next compartment.
No.
This is
Look
the
at where the cable hitch is.
what?
Get the wrong way, man.
The cable hitch is on the other side.
Wrong way.
Well, excuse me.
Sab opens the door and it's just like emptiness and like a massive gust of wind kind of just takes hold, blows
Is Fear
Sab's
staying here?
leather stuff straight up a bit.
Is Fear staying
Here-
here?
He has to.
Yeah, he's not allowed. He's
I'll
considered
run
a pet.
back
He
some-
wants Leos for me. Go
Something.
chill with him.
Well, excuse me. The back of that looks like that's where you connect. Oh, now that I move over, I see the empty part.
So
I had my screen in the wrong
So-
spot.
Firu backs up with his horse legs and kind of just like,
And this dino is
Yeah.
just like staring emptiness.
And so Vera kind of like starts leaving,
Yes.
and Eos kind of just like,
Yes,
okay, I'm coming with you.
following.
Flap, flap,
Oh
flap, flap,
gosh,
flap, flap, flap.
yeah. Oh gosh, put that thing back in his cage. Shit. It fly. It just flies out the open compartment. Bye.
That
A
bird's gonna
gust
be
of wind
gone.
takes it.
All right, gonna grab everybody here, and rather than move you through several different compartments, I'm gonna move you through a couple.
Okay.
So you go up
This
forward.
is the cargo hold.
Yep, you go through the cargo hold, which I've lightly decorated. I didn't want to overburden like your senses, basically, with throwing the actual amount of cargo here. Essentially, um, let me just make a polygon line here, and I'll make it with.
Yeah, make our walkway. Everything else is gonna be filled with stuff.
It's gonna be one of those like little zigzag things going on.
It's actually pretty straightforward.
So that's the only squares that are what I call, or what everybody should call, that are safe terrain. Everything else is difficult terrain, meaning there's boxes and stuff in the way. If you go into any of the other squares, if you were in combat, you would either one have to make a check or two move at half your speed.
As we pass through, can I do a perception check just to see if this is people's luggage or if it's bulk cargo or if there's anything of note?
Mhm.
And that is +5.
Okay, so 17. It's a mixture of things. There's some. The most of the bulk stuff is up here by where the stairs are. So basically, like
Yeah.
in this area,
20 on
is
my
bulk.
perception.
And this is bulk right here. And there's a whole bunch of like luggage here, and then some like random crates, and then miscellaneous here. If I wasn't moving too fast with those arrows,
I saw it.
Nice.
Okay. And that's the same for you, Garrett.
Basically saying the same thing.
Yeah, but with the 20, you notice this strong box over here is kind of stacked and has some cloth kind of keeping it safe, and it's like lightly tugged, like held against the wall with a little bit of hemp and silk rope. It's kind of like tied between some rungs and stuff, so that way it doesn't fall off.
Cool, okay.
Come on,
Onward.
Sarah.
Do we move on?
Food.
Yeah,
All right, so
Zeta's going.
okay.
She wants
So
that food.
you enter a coach cabin, which each bench seats 3 people, and they are pretty much packed. There's some people who have gotten up and are probably moving around and stuff. There are 3 of these coach cabins before you get up here to, or sorry, there's a total of 3 coaches. Here would be the kitchen cabin, but nobody is allowed to pass through.
But I thought
There-
you
there
said there
is-
was food.
Yes, there is food, and there is a waiter. And actually, if you guys support me on Patreon, I posted an article today on some quick NPCs. So I'm going to
Sponsor.
use, yeah. So I'm going to use that guide. You don't even have to support me on Patreon. It's free for everybody to see today. And pull them up. Alrighty.
Oh, I
So-
love that chart.
You find yourself. Who's going to be doing the? Who wants to order food the first? That's the person that's going to end up talking to this gnome as you start walking down this aisle.
I vote not me.
I get who has the highest charisma? I've only got 10.
Did he say that?
Yep, Seda has already moved herself in front of the line. So,
I
Seda,
guess
you
I'll go
see a gnome with hazel eyes, black hair.
What's behind those hazel eyes?
Yeah.
Mm.
Kind of rough, worn skin. And for a gnome, he is actually shorter than normal. He's
My tiny gnome.
he's a little
So
tiny
he
gnome. He's not
an
super
older
short.
an older gnome,
Yeah, it looks like he's an older gnome.
kind of
Kind
a
of
hard working gnome.
not fully overweight. He's a little chubby, a little plump.
He just has that chub muscle.
And when you walk up, you immediately smell cooked fish on him, and he speaks up and he's like, "Ah, how can I help you?"
What do you have to eat?
Oh, let me get you a menu. And he kind of hobbles back. There's a little compartment that he can walk in right here, and he goes in, he grabs a menu and hands it to you. It's written in common. He says, "That's everything that we normally have, but today we have fish on special."
Is he
Do you want me to read it? Does you need me to read it?
by by looking at it? Can I tell
If Garrett
why,
goes to take the menu, no, I could do it.
What's that, Seb?
by looking at him? Can I tell why he's hobbling?
He's just an older gnome.
Okay.
My
So,
tiny gnome.
What's on there as far as like fruits and stuff?
Oh, you can
Just
get
apples.
salads. Yeah, you can get.
Salads.
I mean,
Okay.
if you want just if you're looking for something for Firu, you can easily get scraps for maybe a copper or two.
Okay.
If you're just looking for something to feed him, just all you have to do is just say, "Hey, I've got a horse in the back that I need to feed." she's got her wit. She's not crazy all the time. It's just at times she can be crazy. That's her curse.
Yeah.
I've got a wild animal in the back, but when we're not speaking about Sabrath, we do need food for Sphere too.
For everybody who glances over the menu, they've got the cheapest thing that you'll find anywhere across Corvair is pigeon stew. Don't ask what's in it.
It's not pigeons.
It's 2 copper. It's a very hearty stew with a loaf of bread.
It's soil and grain, basically.
They do have a codfish special today that is 3 silver. It comes with some fried potatoes, some gravies. It's like sawmill gravy, and it includes a drink as well. Other than that, they've got more extravagant things, but we're talking 1 to 2 silver for those. They're full-on meals.
All right. Well,
I
I'm just gonna
I
rudely
just
interrupt
want some,
everybody.
Oh, go ahead.
Since I'm a rude person, I'll rudely interrupt everyone and just be like, "Yeah, I'll have pigeon stew." Like
sure?
throw copper at him.
he like scrambles to catch it. It hits the wall, and he bends over and picks it up. Okay.
I take
just want
the.
some bread and apples.
It's bread and apples.
I'll have the today's special. Kind of look over
Yeah, the
the
special
3 silver
sounds
to me now.
really good.
I put the 3 silver in my finger, like, blink,
All right. It's 3 copper.
3 copper.
All
I
right.
thought you said it was 3 silver.
My fault. I said 3 copper. All right.
Oh,
I said
well then I would. If it's 3 copper, I'd go ahead and have the special.
yes.
then,
It's,
instead of
it's
pigeon
triple
stew.
the price of the cheap. That's why. Okay. Fantastic. So you instead throw three pennies at him. He scrambles for him.
I'm gonna go
but he-
up
Throw
to
one
the
at a
counter.
time. Like,
He takes
"Ooh."
it. He takes it like a champ. I mean, he's not that far from the ground. So
I'll order the
That's-
special as well, but I'll go up to the counter and hand it to him rather than throw it.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. He says that he will have it back to you. What caboose are you, or not what caboose? What cabin are you in?
We're all the way in the back. We're
I'll wait
the
here with him.
cozies are.
We're
He
traveling
goes. He goes.
I'm making sure my food gets to me.
Actually, I'll just. You mind waiting here? It's a long way for me to walk with 4 plates,
Yeah.
All right.
and the food for your horse. And he hobbles back into
I
the kitchen.
didn't. No, we're gonna share the bread and apples.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
My
didn't
fault.
get
So
horse food.
yeah, it was just 1 copper then.
Mhm.
So he goes back, and maybe 2 minutes later he comes back with the bread and apples for you.
I figured it's easy. I'd get mine first so I can
Yeah.
go back.
Do you guys want to kind of peer in and see what's going on in the kitchen whenever the doors open?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, roll a perception check.
I did awful.
Was that
I got
13?
a 13. Yeah.
13 and a 23. And a 15.
I'm just gonna wait
And
patiently for my
just
food.
like
I'm not
Tay's
purposely
just like
looking, I guess.
food. Food. All right. Well, with the 23, anything above a 15 notices this stuff. So it's a pretty simple kitchen. Large tables. There's some cabinets and plates and stuff like that are all lined up across the walls. Um, they have stoves, and it looks to be some frying pots. And when the gnome's coming back, the doors kind of stay open for a little bit longer than normal. Some people fight to keep some things, some of the lighter stuff, maybe napkins or whatever. Not napkins, but cloth napkins. I don't know the name right now. Towels. There we go.
Cloth napkins.
Hand towels. There we go. Linen. Yes. Words escape me at times. Anyways, you see a staff of roughly 8 cooking right now. Not too busy. And it looks like you guys seem to have one of the only orders going on right now. So that's really all that's going on in there. Coming back
Oh,
here.
apparently the doilies are for first class.
What's that?
I said the doilies are for first class.
Yes. So after probably about 10, 15 minutes of waiting, he comes out with the fresh.
I want to scoot past everybody since I got my stuff.
Excuse me. She's like in a movie theater. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So you scoot past. Are you heading back by yourself?
Yes.
Okay. So you head back by yourself, and you guys get your food. Do you immediately go back, or do you start trying to taste it there?
As I get it, I'm just like, thanks. All right, let's go, Tay.
Tay did not take detect poison today.
No, I did not.
basically-
I'm just messing
I'll
with
kind of be like, just like eating it on my way there, going,
you. Okay.
oh, long ago.
I'll eat one of my fried potatoes. That's about it. I'll wait till we're sitting down.
For Tay and for Garrett, it's about middle class as far as food goes. For Sab, food's food.
Yeah.
Food's food, man. All right. So, continuing further back here.
Noisily munching on it as I pass all the other cabins,
Yeah.
not caring if little bits fall off anywhere on people.
As Seda, when you come in, Eos hops off of Firu's back and rushes up at you and begins kind of like nipping at the apples.
I'm just holding stuff straight up.
Yeah.
Holding it straight up and walking over to Firu with it.
Firu is like, oh, thank you. And he just grabs an apple and just like is wondering why you're still holding it up. Like, I don't need you to hold that for me. Thank you, though, because he's at such a vantage point that it looks like you're just doing this for him.
Yeah.
So she's like that for about 10, 15 minutes, and then Sab and Tay come in, and that's when Eos darts away and rushes Tay for food.
And I throw a little bit of the fish into the cage for the bird.
I prop up a small little stool, sit on it, cross my legs all fancy style, and just,
Okay.
You're gonna eat over there by your lonesome, Mr. Loner?
yeah. So,
The caboose rocks and shakes for a small moment. I'll need a balance check.
easy.
How many legs are on your stool? That will affect.
It will affect it.
4. Oh, there's one.
That
I'm
was
already
supposed to be leaning against the wall, eating off the plate, and then throwing scraps to the bird.
Okay. Sounds good.
I still have Fia's icon on my chat thing, but I'll change it tomorrow.
No worries.
I could change it right now, but it would mess everything up, so.
All right.
Oh, I'm just presently eating the fish, giving a little bit of it to Eos and
Does he eat fish?
enjoying.
Does he eat anything?
It's a meat eater. I was like, it can. It doesn't need to, but clearly it wants to. So
So
With its big eyes of begging.
some short time after you guys have finished your food, kind of just relaxing, probably getting ready to take a nap.
Did they serve it to us on like a plate? Like what kind of plate did they give it to us on?
Do
Like
we
a
need to go
metal
back and
plate.
return it? Okay, so yeah, we do eventually need
Yeah,
to go back.
normal messware stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So somebody will have to collect all the plates and stuff.
But since
and
it's
bring it
metal
to
for now,
the
I'm just
kitchen
gonna
right now.
leave it on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
I don't have a plate, do I? It was just.
You do technically.
Unless
The
you
apple
just
and the bread
dumped a
had to
bunch
sit
of
on
cream.
something, otherwise you're doing this.
Yeah, you're just like this, and you just
They-
dumped it all in your hands.
No, they give it to you on a little mess plate with some of those cloth towels.
No, the cloth napkins.
There we go, cloth napkins. Thank you for the correction.
Fine linens.
That's like tree book.
So, actually, I want to say it's been a few hours now that you guys have been kind of chilling back here. Probably
I
about
took a nap.
halfway on your voyage, which puts you. I just had to make a million maps, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Actually, I can archive one of these. All right. So zooming in here.
We're totally like right here now, right? By first
Oops.
tower. Oh,
Oops.
I was close.
That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, you haven't hit first tower yet.
So, just out of curiosity, as we go through the forest, is it cleared for a certain amount of space on either side of the train, or
Oh yeah.
It
so
has
sure.
to be.
so there's a big wide path for the train?
Yeah, it's burned a way through. It keeps its area clear underneath it. There's nothing that can grow there because of the
like
glass formations.
Okay.
cloud tree.
But yeah, like it also you can see from the front of the ship the way it's designed, or the engine room area.
So, like,
you see those big pins and all that stuff. Those make things move out of the way. Like they cut everything down. So
if branches grow over, they just zap them out of the way.
well, up here is more metal things, so it cuts it out of the way. So it's nice
Okay.
clear tunnel, and it keeps itself maintained because it's pretty much a daily trip that it does. So
Cool.
It's like if you see the square trees over the highway where the semis go through.
So some of you might be taking a nap or something right about now, or just chilling, relaxing, reading books, whatever. When something kind of bumps and knocks you off guard, just like
Satan just like rolls off the hay over here.
she specifically gathered like all the hay.
I did. I made a hay pillow.
From like all of these squares. If I can double click, like she's actually shoved it up.
I've made a bird nest.
And Sarah's would have just been leaning against, and it's like, ugh. Ugh.
Time to look out a window.
The good
Laser.
news is that there are no windows back here.
Oh.
There's like slits in the top where light comes in, but it's low light in this area.
How
How do
the
we-
heck were they watching the lightning?
Cause
How do you rotate them again? I forget.
This was
The little
like this
box
is
on
barely
top.
up. Like, well, I guess you can consider no, you can consider this.
Oh, over there. Okay.
Yeah, you can consider this being window because it is doors, and they do have like window openings on them. So like you could look out over the top, but this is your main point of vantage is through the back, and then potentially this door, and then potentially
Yeah.
stepping out on this. I should say, yeah, those would be your best points of vantage. Other than that, it's just natural light through the roof areas.
Would a bump like that be common on
Have we experienced?
You in the month that you have been riding on lightning rails, you've probably ridden it twice now. Just recently, as far as riding them throughout your life, not really that common. Something normally has to cause it. Either the front of the train had to smack against something and cut it out of the way, or
took out a cow?
no, it would just straight up zap a cow.
It's just a pile of
Clever.
Yeah, cow here, burger out the back.
Is that where the fish special came from? They hit somebody's fish.
Pull souls out
Yeah.
the window to
Yeah,
catch
exactly. They just drive it over a lake. They have a lightning rail bridge that just goes over a lake, and any fish that float up, they just scoop.
That'd be ingenious. Just saying.
it. So
We should
Faye
start
does
a
not
business
making
with this.
perception checks.
All right, so I'm
Getting
looking
back
over
in our
to
hay bale.
Tay. Should we be worried about that?
I Yeah, I'm gonna go take a look.
Wait, Sab, you are also dangerously curious, aren't you?
Yes.
So yeah, you would probably take a look too.
Come on.
Well, I was just
Go ahead,
asking if
John
that was
Malama.
something.
Yeah.
Garrett just ate. He's not gonna take a look.
Yeah, screw it, whatever bumps. Yeah, you guys have probably felt one or two in the past.
Sideways.
It rotated himself. There's a little like square.
Y'all didn't see what I was doing?
Mm-mm.
I saw
I
Seder
was sitting there
literally
twirling
rolling.
in a circle the whole time you were talking.
Nice. All right, perception checks.
Da, 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 da.
Is Fury gonna look out the window? Should I roll for him?
He's gonna. If he
21.
does, he looks out the back.
13.
All right. You're trying to beat a 15.
I got a 21.
You rolling for him?
Let's see it.
If you tell Seda to take a look, she might take a look, but
was
naturally
that
she
his
won't
roll?
take a look.
Oh yeah. So no, he's going over and looking at the back. So he rolled a
Okay.
15, a 21, and a 13. So Sab and Fira will notice that there's another sound coming from over here, but he can't see it. Tay
From me,
hears it and looks over, but doesn't see what it is.
but I stepped out
Sab.
onto this thing.
Sab looks over, and after hearing it, and Tay probably speaking up, you look up. Basically, I guess technically the train is going south, so you look out to the west, and you see a black speck on the horizon, and it's got this like blue light around it. You hear this noise, but right after you hear the noise, there's an impact on the side of the train up where you can't see, but it's kind of at least halfway up on the train, and you see this, I guess,
Chain
crackling.
line.
No, like more like glass shattering. Form and ripple down the side of the train as it seems to hit some sort of maybe magical barrier, and then another one hits, and then the sound echoes again. So it's kind of like. So there's,
Alright, I'm gonna
there's
step
something
back
way
in
off in the
there.
distance firing at the train.
Turn around and say, just not to alarm anyone, but I think we're under attack.
No, we're fine.
I have a sneaking suspicion that this train is under attack right now, guys.
Just maybe. There might be somebody attacking the train,
Yeah,
judging
okay,
by
I'll-
the repeated attacks on the train.
well, let's see.
Seda, you might want to come take a look at this.
I don't
I
see
can't-
anything.
Is there a window
Gotta
that
find
Seda
out.
can look out over here? Okay.
And as Garrett makes his check, Sabrath the whole time is like, no, look over there, Garrett.
I go back, sit down, get a drink.
Seda's gonna take a look at the back.
You only need a 10 now, Garrett, since they're telling you exactly where to look, and you see
I'm gonna
it.
take a drink anyways.
You see it. Fear tells Seda where to look and kind of helps her lean over, and she sees it. If anybody has, let's see what kind of trained knowledge you guys have. Again, let me pull this up real fast.
Me,
Knowledge,
barbarian,
history.
not have
Oh,
knowledge.
gosh.
Me, I do.
Knowledge Arcana will work.
Tay has that, doesn't she?
Yes, I do.
History check.
All right. You've seen airships around Seda, so you know that that is some sort of small airship. You don't know enough about them to discern what kind it would be, but it is definitely an airship. And Seda knows that those things are powered by living beings known as elementals. Did Tail roll Knowledge Arcana?
No, I'm about to.
All right.
Plus 7, 20.
So, Tail, you also identify it as an airship. You identify it as a Corsair type airship. And you know that all airships are made out of a type of wood that is called soar wood. It's normally used for pretty much any good ship as well. It's lightweight but very, very sturdy, very flexible and stuff like that. But this is a black in color airship, and from your current perspective, you can't tell if it's painted that way or if it's actually the wood. If it's
Right.
actually the wood, you know that it's definitely magically enhanced. But since you can't tell one or the other, you're just going to assume the worst.
Right.
You also know that most airships that are flying are powered by fire or air elementals, which are typically red or a light blue in color. This has a vivid sapphire blue color to it, so it's something
That's
different.
ominous.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and it's bearing down you guys at a pretty high rate of speed.
So it's
With
no longer
that
a
knowledge
spec.
check, welcome, Klein. With that knowledge check, Corsair types are typically. Let me actually pull up right here real fast. Corsair types are typically about from front to back, 80 feet in length, 30 feet wide, and can house anywhere from um, a dozen to 2 dozen people on them.
All right.
So,
Given the fact that Tay is an absolute know-it-all, she just said word for word everything you just said to that.
as Stavros just sort of stared at it.
It looks like some sort of airship made out of soarwood, but it's very vivid blue instead of the normal light blue or yellow
the
or
elements,
red.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
exactly what she's doing right now. It's like that seems very ominous because
So
that's vivid sapphire. That's not a normal color that I see with airships.
in our caboose pamphlets for evacuating the train, does it say anything about water landings and about vicious airship attacks and these sort of things?
No, but you once met a guy who abandoned a moving lightning rail in the last war.
No, you meant what's left of him.
No, no, no. You actually called him Three Faced Tim. He was scarred here and here, but not scarred here. It was pretty
He
bad.
How did he land?
Many times. More than once.
But
He did some awesome flips and
Why
tumbles
am
on
I
the way.
laughing at that? That's not something I should laugh about.
No, that's Tay.
that's your cackle. There you go. Okay, so in
There's that hideous laughter.
regards to like serious the pamphlet joke aside, are there any did they ever say anything about, oh, by the way, if this happens you should do this, or if this happens this will happen, or is there any way for them to communicate to us in the caboose without physically coming back to us? Do they have some
Horn or
sort of
something.
yeah, do they have some sort of air horn or speaker system or whatever the magical equivalent is?
Hang on just a second. Um,
If they did, do we
this
rate
is
enough to actually
operated
get
by
a
House
horn?
Orion, and they have so kindly opted as to not give any sort of emergency instruction, as that would potentially scare new passengers and old passengers.
Fantastic.
Yeah. You don't. There's never emergency situations on the lightning rail. You don't have to worry. You're totally safe. There's normally, yeah, okay. There's typically an attack on a lightning rail, once or twice a year, but nobody typically, most of the time, occasionally dies or loses any and all of their valuables.
Or body limbs.
Terry, being as morbid as she
So-
is, probably reads those reports every time. So, this isn't a good choice because I remember recalling reading this and
So the other question was, do they have any way to talk to the passengers without physically sending somebody back? Is there a magical
Possibly.
equivalent of an
Yeah,
intercom
is there
system?
like a message?
Possibly.
Yeah, like an
Have they
intercom.
ever used it? We've been on.
presently
They have not used it.
sitting at an altitude of so and so, and we just have been harpooned with a magical. No cause for alarm.
Excuse us, passengers. We're going to be detaching the entirety of the train as the engine moves forward. Sorry.
Enjoy
You
your
guys
trip.
are screwed. Good luck. No,
All right.
there's nothing that comes across any sort of intercom or anything.
So I'm gonna shout over to Seda and Firu and say, what do you guys think we should do? Hey Tay, do you think we should go forward to the other cabins, or should we just hunker down back here? Guys, anybody?
Contemplating.
Hmm.
Wow, that was really good.
Yeah, it's
Can
a
I do a
talent that I
perception
have.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's any way I can or if we can detach our carriage from the rest of the lightning train, let the rest hover away and get attacked, so we can come to a slow and complete stop eventually, and just hop off.
That's actually a good idea.
So you want to try it? You said pry it or lift a pin?
Something.
He's gonna inject it.
Yeah.
Pin
Okay,
either.
I got you. So yeah, give me a perception check.
There we go.
I'll move out of the way for you.
All right. So you look it over. These are indeed fastened down by masterwork locks. They
Oh.
look like they are actually magical as well.
Oh, shit. All right.
Is there a magic word I could say unlock?
Do you want to try it?
It
Yeah.
looked like a dumbass, maybe.
Okay.
but
So he's outside.
get
He's taking
close to it, Garrett,
he's
and
he's
whisper.
he's outside.
do
He's taking a look.
I look at the locks very sternly. I point at them and go, unlock.
All right. Garrett, you don't have.
You need to
any
roll on
bonus
Zeta's crazy table.
for use magic device. In fact, you're not trained with it, so you don't get to use that at all. So you look at it. What's
When
your
he-
perception bonus, Sab, Tay, and Seda?
My
7.
bonus. My bonus is 5.
All right.
My
'Cause
perception bonus is 2.
all right.
Yours
So
is
Tay
8.
doesn't hear it. Seda, Sab, or no, Seda and Fira are in the back. Sab, you hear this. Garrett, nothing happens.
Hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna nudge Tay and say maybe we should try that. Let's all look stupid.
What's going on?
I don't believe that's how most of these things work, but
Tay, you
I'm
have
gonna shout back to Seda and Fury. We're trying to detach the train.
Tay, you have some news to give to everybody.
all right,
The airship, the Corsair, is now halfway there,
all right.
and there's some other
Oh,
news
we
that comes
better
just as you're about to say, guys, look. A large bolt, what looks to be like a metal bolt, hits the.
Are you harpooning this fucking train?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what the first ones were.
but
They
do
just
you?
got glassed by the shield.
What
I was making a joke as the art.
do you not understand me as a person?
You
I have to
harpoon
harpoon.
everything.
Dude, what happened in the first episode of Prime? You
You
harpooned a
it.
Tarask.
You harpooned it.
I don't build adventures
Not only is
to
it a
begin
harpoon,
things without
it's a
harpooning.
magic.
And then my dragonborn
So this
got
isn't the harpoon
harpooned
though.
by a
This
tree.
is not a harpoon though. That's correct. See, I'm telling you, I harpoon at least one thing when we start a new campaign. It's just got to be a thing, okay? It's like christening a boat, okay? We just got to get it out of the way. Something
You
has
just
to
gotta
be
stab it a
penetrated
few times.
and then pulled out.
Brace for impact.
So that was not a harpoon, however. That was a big metal bolt, and when it hits, the whole train kind of, and the bolt ricochets off, but that barrier shatters completely. It just shatters and ripples back as if it was special effects and particle effects from Final Fantasy XIV. Because why not? Somebody needs to cast a
we
new
have a
protect.
problem. We have a major problem. The shield is gone, completely gone.
Shields are down. Shields are down.
We need to think quick because
Shield's on.
they're about halfway here.
Garrett again trying to make a use magic device. Shields on.
Yeah, shields on.
Garrett, I don't think that's how these things work.
It's morphin time.
Look, for your benefit, I'll even go to it and I will say, disconnect.
Okay, here's a better question.
Roll an Arcana check on it.
Like,
It's not going to do anything, but I'll do it for you, just for you.
Error 90k.
Maybe we should try to get to the engine room.
okay,
That's the crazy person whenever people are trying to talk locks
That's
into
a crazy
undoing.
suggestion. I like yelling at stuff better.
I'm sitting there on the back of Fear already.
Wanting
Okay.
to go towards the attack?
By the way, Eos has joined Firu. I think Seda picked up Eos, and Firu picked up Rend in the cage. And so he's just standing behind
Thanks,
you guys,
Firu.
just like, What are we doing? What's the plan?
Can Firu fit
Well-
into the other cabins?
He can, but he has to squeeze. Meaning he has to spend a
He's
turn.
used to that.
He has to spend a move action just to pass through a door.
So it's going to take us a while to get up there if we stay together.
He can
Not
double
necessarily
move.
a while, but yeah, he can. You can use he can use a run.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can't use run because you have to double move. So he moves like
Yeah.
60 feet, then he has to squeeze through a door, then he has to move 60 feet. Well, actually, he has to squeeze
But
through
he
two
can
doors.
clear a whole cabin.
Yeah, in one move.
So
All right. Well, I mean, it's probably better for us to go up front where we can know what's going on instead of staying back here. And, well, then again, they probably won't bother us back here. They probably don't think there's anything of value back in the caboose.
but what
But
if the
they're-
train gets derailed?
Well, if the
I
train gets
think
derailed, we're gonna get derailed, plain and simple. But are we?
Tay's just like,
are
in my
you
scientific opinion,
guessing that we are
Um,
going towards the attack right now?
Tay,
Just making sure.
give me another knowledge arcana check.
Oh, I can do that too.
Okay, go ahead.
7
You
plus,
want me to help around?
Anybody that does a knowledge arcana check, yeah, or that has arcana.
plus 7.
Okay, so that's 12.
I'll help you out here. Oh shit!
Not by much. So
I'm too busy petting
according
Eos.
to Tael's calculations, if you were in a cabin that were to derail without any sort of rails, you lose that connection with the air elemental at the front of the train, and you're just left to the conduit. So Tail was trying to calculate in her head. She kind of blew her own mind and just says, "Big boom." That's what's gonna happen.
all right, let's go forward.
Like we're.
You guys want Fear to clear the pathway first?
Yes,
She-
Firu, lead the way.
She lose. Big bada boom.
Oh, let me step out of the way. Sorry. Here
Firu,
you go.
lead the way. Slaps his hindquarters.
Reflex save as a hoof comes straight at your chest. Saffron, according to my calculations, goes straight out the ass. Boom! As I hit my headset. Straight out of the caboose. All right.
Eos, everyone here is run. Sing onwards.
All right. So remember what I had
Onwards.
said here.
We're not on that page.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
okay.
you
You're
go.
bringing us over.
So remember what I had said earlier about the difficult terrain. Firu
Fear's
is
leading the way.
yeah, he's screwed when it comes to dang it, stupid Rend. Get your butt over here. Oh my gosh. There we go.
We're gonna be fine. We got 2 Garretts and 2 Sadas. Oh,
All right. There we go.
was that like a premonition that there's a causality tear between the train?
No, what it is I'm using mouse click, the middle mouse click to move things, or to move my screen, and I pulled it off to the side so I wasn't correctly clicking things. So anyways, you guys end up having to pass Firo up.
Well, you can get here with one move
No,
action.
he has to squeeze.
Yeah.
It's not just
He
difficult
uses
terrain.
one
he's
move to
squeezing through.
squeeze through, right?
Yeah, but
Can
then
we,
he's squeezing
is
through.
there
all
any
this.
way that we can? Is there any way we can help make it a little faster by as we go by, like pushing things back a little bit?
Yes.
Do it.
You can
Yes,
make
I'll
strength
be
checks
doing
to
that
kind of
then.
just push things back.
I no longer exist.
Listen, I was hoping to keep that a secret. Good
Alright,
job.
so that's-
Good job, Fu.
So I got a 12 on my strength check for that.
12 on your strength check. All right. Anybody else want to help push stuff out of the way? Fear is going to also push stuff out of the way for himself.
I guess I'll help.
What's his strength bonus?
Oh, fucking.
That's not a strength bonus. It's a bonus. That's a bonus for like charisma, but
+4.
all right. Thank you. He got a 15. Gary got a 19. All right. So he's going to be able to move at half speed through here. Good news. Bad news. Which would you like first?
Bad news.
Give
Bad
us. Okay.
Give it to us all at once. Blah.
All right. The good news is that
No one got squashed.
you guys were right. The bad news is that it was by the harpoons. The whole cabin just shakes as one pierces directly into the center of the storage compartment. I need a reflex check from everybody.
Well, I guess we
What was
know
my
where they're coming at.
reflex?
Is that dexterity plus
So I got a
one?
15.
I already rolled for Firu, who got a
I got a 9.
10.
He gets +8 on it.
Yeah, he rolled a 10.
Okay.
13 plus what, Sab?
2.
15, 19. Tay got an 8 plus what?
1, I believe.
Okay. Zeta got a 13. Alright, so that means that Sab and Tay are the only one, or sorry, Sab and Garrett are the only ones left standing.
Could we have
and
tried
Eos.
to catch anybody
I was
within
on
reach?
top of Firu, if that made any difference.
It does. It means that you fell to the ground.
Okay.
Firu also did not make the save.
Right.
Could I-
Right.
Did I make it by enough that I could reach over and try and stabilize anyone else?
Nobody did.
Okay.
So you spent all your effort keeping yourself standing, and so did Garrett, and keeping like boxes and stuff from falling on you. Everybody else stumbled down. Your reflex was a 15, so you actually ended up having to drop the cage, or Firu had to drop the cage. Never mind. It was Firu who was holding it. He got a 10. He dropped the cage. Eos just freaking hopped off. Just whatever. Tail hears. Don't rock the boat. And you hear what seems to be muffled commands coming from outside.
All right. So at that point, Severus going to just go ahead and draw her greatsword.
What are you going
And
to draw
say-
it on?
Parchment.
Well, a
Parchment,
piece
wax
of paper
paper.
if I've got it.
All right.
But would basically turn to him and say, "Well, I think we may have made a miscalculation. I'm pretty sure they're after the cargo hold." That's correct. Master of stating the obvious.
A Theta
You
pops
see,
up
you
from
hear
under
a
the
very
boxes.
silent Garrett clap.
We have
What's that?
several options here. We can either A, run and get out of the cargo hold.
Should have gone with option B.
Option B, we
Can-
stay
can
here
I-
and try to fight whatever in the world, just harpoon the side of this.
Can I just
C.
shoot the harpoon
Hang on.
and like break the hook and make it fall out?
Hang on. What was Tay saying first, and then we'll get to addressing the harpoon.
C, try to get rid of the harpoon. D, sit here and panic.
Option D. All right, Garrett.
Can I shoot like the tip of?
Can I
just
shoot
the
the
tip.
tip?
Can I shoot the tip of the harpoon to hopefully try and break it away?
You
and
can make
it
an
fall
attack
out?
against it. Yeah, just make a ranged attack.
Can I, first of all, Firu is going to stand up, and I want to try and get back on top of him again.
You don't have some multiple want to do things. Let's roll initiative.
So would I just roll my standard 1d8 plus 1
No,
for the attack?
this is an attack. So first, roll initiative, and we'll determine the order of things.
Alright. What was my initiative?
I got an 8.
I'll roll for Firu, baby.
Thank
My
you.
initiative is +1.
No, it's not yours.
Your
plus
companions act on the same turn as you do, with the exception of Firo.
Jesus Christ.
5. Tay, you get +5, not +1.
Where is this +5 that you
You
speak
get
of?
+4 from your dinosaur.
Oh.
There's several cat people here, Fu.
Yeah.
Sab got a 6.
Am I rolling a d20? What
I
am
got
I
a
doing?
6 plus 2, so I got an
Okay,
8.
8. Yes, you're rolling a d20. Would Garrett get 19?
Mm-hmm.
So I got 18.
10
18,
plus
okay.
5? Is that what you said, Zach?
Yeah.
15.
All right, fantastic. All right, do you guys have the turn order thing showing up on your screen?
Yes.
I do.
Fantastic. That's what the yellow thing is whenever I highlight somebody. Like if I do this, maybe it turns it yellow for you guys. I don't know if it does it anymore.
It does. It does. I see it.
Okay.
It just takes a little bit of time.
All right, fantastic. All right, so Firu gets to act first.
Right now, Garrett is highlighted for me.
Okay, well, I've clicked Firu.
Highlighted.
Can-
on my
From
screen.
what we can see, did that harpoon make a breach large enough that they can actually get in through
No.
where the harpoon is?
No,
So they got to come in through the doors,
possibly.
unless they're just going to cut through like
I
Darth Vader with a
believe that the
lightsaber.
harpoon was used to slow down the
Mm-hmm.
airship
Um,
so that they can dock it.
Firu cannot squeeze past this stuff and you guys.
Now that the boxes have fallen over and
So
everything.
he is going to use his move action to stand up, and he's going to kind of lean out the door, and he is readying his razor whip. He kind of pulls it out, and he braces himself with one hand against the wall in case of another shake or anything like that, and he's holding the razor whip ready to attack if anything comes around the corner. So
Ready to action.
yes,
Yay.
that's called a ready to action. So if that happens, if something comes around the corner, he gets to attack it first. Garrett, you wanted to attack at the harpoon. That is going to be your pistol, which is a +5 on a d20 roll.
Cool.
Freaking love Hero Lab.
Mm-hmm.
It's 22.
It's a 22. All right. Roll me the 1d8 for damage. Nice. So you deal 13 damage to the metal object. Objects have hardness, and
Oh yeah, didn't specify which ammunition I was using.
I just assumed it was your regular pistol or your bullets.
Didn't I say I had any adamantine? Or did I take the silver?
You purchased.
Damn it! Yeah, I just got regular rounds.
Yeah, you just took only the firearm bullets.
I regret not taking the adamantium.
Hey, Glory. Glad you made it. So. I'm gonna look at the hardness real fast because I, for some reason, didn't have it listed. Alright, so it has a hardness of 10, so that means you've dealt 3 damage to it.
Oh,
You don't know how many hit points it has, but you do hit it directly. It seems to kind of bend it a little bit, but it doesn't snap it or anything like that.
Damn it.
And that would put it to Tail's turn. They're doing fine. They're just on a train
I'm
getting
knocked
attacked
over
by an
at the
airship.
moment, so I might as well.
It's a move action to stand up.
Correct.
Yeah, I absolutely need to get up. Eos would go ahead and get next to me, curl around my leg, essentially. Just, I'm gonna stay put because of the fact that I can't really do anything at the
You're not
moment.
going to cast it?
Oh, well, yeah, I might as well. I mean, but we haven't seen anybody yet, but it might be a good idea for me to put mage armor on.
Alright, so you cast Mage Armor. Bring yourself a... Here, let me... Tail. In play.
That's why I want Hero Lab on my laptop, so I can just easily go boop boop boop.
Did I pick it? Where's the spells at? Dagnabbit. There it is.
In Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to find it too. I was like, where did I put it?
There we go. I was trying to figure out where I can activate Mage Armor in Hero Lab because that would have been really cool.
To see the bonuses, yeah.
It's a +4 bonus though, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, so you
Armor
go to
bonus.
15.
I have the Pathfinder SRD up right now, so I can look up anything that you need me to.
Yeah, I actually forgot to mark you guys as AC on your little tokens here, so I'm marking that right now. Really fast. Firu had a 16. Sab has a 17.
Which will fluctuate as I rage and or shift.
Well, women are never the same. And Garrett has a 15. Alright. Okay, so you mage armored. Fantastic. Seda, you also fell down, did you not? Yes. Hello, Say.
I did. I need to stand back up. And, I'm not sure what to do now, so I'm not going to prepare anything.
Would you say she's kind of panicky?
Yeah,
All right. Did you make that thing that I linked you in Skype?
I did. Do you want me to do it?
Yes. Roll the macro if you have it. This is her curse. All right. She sneezes.
I sneezed very awkwardly. Is this whispered? Okay, everyone can see this.
Mm-hmm.
It should be
7.
whispered to myself. That way I really have to act it out.
Oh yeah, that's a fantastic idea. All right. We'll redo this one then. Change your
Okay, then we'll
macro.
reread. How do I edit it? Okay, so how do I whisper it to myself?
You would actually probably be better off as /GM and do that because it'll whisper it to me.
Okay,
So
so
that
do
way
I
Twitch
do I
can
put
see.
that in front right there?
Yeah,
/GM.
space yeah, and then save and try it out.
Okay. Oh wait, I didn't put it on the thing.
No.
Unrecognized error.
So /W GM /W space
/W.
and this time. No, yeah. Okay, test macro for that too.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Here. Okay, I'm doing the test.
There you go. Perfect.
Did it work?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to run with that one? I didn't even read it yet.
No. Go ahead and do a new one. I just want to make sure it worked.
Okay. Boop.
There we go. Now it's a straight up whisper, so only us can see it.
Hang on. Guys, I just want to stay down here, okay? This train ride is really, really nice. I'm just gonna stay down here.
Sam sort of like looks back and
Sab, your turn.
Sam
So I don't stand up.
Sam looked back at that for a second and was like, okay.
Maybe a little bit later. Maybe a little bit later.
Can
I'm halfway burrowed underneath the box.
Can I move past Garrett to get to here? I have 40 feet movement.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I'm gonna move over there. And now I'm going to, since Garrett seemed to have an idea, actually I'm gonna move one more step. Just so that if Garrett decides,
If Garrett happens to roll a 1,
I'm slightly less likely to get shot. And I'll go ahead.
now it'll ricochet off the wall and hit you
Right.
square in the forehead.
How high up has this harpoon hit the train at?
We'll say that you're staring directly at it.
So it's about head height?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it look like he's done a significant amount of damage? I know you said bent, but
No, it kind of like pink. He aimed for the tip and got the head.
Happens all the
I've
time.
got my sword
Cut that one in.
right.
That's what she said.
I've got my sword out right now, right? So this is
Yeah, you said you took your great sword out last turn.
yeah.
Mhm.
This is a typical harpoon. So it's got how many prongs coming in, holding it in place?
We're gonna say it's kind of flat topped. This one's made specifically for piercing into metal, so it's kind of flat topped, and then it's got one really long one at the bottom, and then two kind of like it fans out to the side at the top. So it's like here, rather than just describing
So
it,
if I
it's kind of like when you're looking at it, it's like this. Oh,
So if I decided to take my crowbar out of my bag, it would require me bending 3 things out of the way for it to slide back out.
Mhm.
pretty much, yeah.
You could just try to cut it, but that might hurt your sword.
To just sever the thing at the base.
Right.
I'll just go ahead and attack it because I've already put too much thought into this, and Sabrith probably wouldn't have at this point. So it's just gonna rear back and slash it.
She starts thinking about it, gets frustrated, and just attacks.
You're like,
Alright.
well, if
So
that
I
doesn't
have
work,
to do a
let's
D20.
get out of the cargo.
Yes, you roll a d20.
Wow.
What's your
Bravo.
strength mod?
No, it's a tag mod.
Oh, okay.
And
What is my
Sab's
to hit?
bonus is a
Just
+3 to hit.
so I got a 7.
Yeah, so you, yeah, basically you just screech along the side of it, the side of the wall, the train wall, instead. And what happens is just shortly after you make that attack, since it's the end of the round, the harpoon finally pulls taut and is
Ooh.
actually stuck now into the metal. So those things to kind of like dig into the metal a bit. You hear some more muffled commands from outside. They're screaming.
All right. So since I've never done this before, I didn't use all of my move. Do I still get that, or since I already ended my move action, is that done?
So typically in Pathfinder, it's once you've used your move action, that's that. I am more of a fan of the move anytime you want, but that will negate some feats later on. So if you're looking at any movement feats as you're leveling up, let me know first. But you can go ahead and move the rest of it.
Okay, so I get 10 more feet of movement because I moved 30. So I'm gonna
The way that I
hop,
would figure it is if
hop
you were
back here.
not actually engaging in physical combat or magical combat, then movement's kind of free.
Okay. So you hear that, or you hear some of the stuff. Firu says that they're coming. He says he can hear them coming, and he kind of tries to
Talking,
peer out a bit more. Thank you for the follow,
talking is
Sil.
a free action, right?
Oh, thank you.
Talking,
Hey.
you get 6 seconds of speech. You can talk on your turn, basically.
Should we just try and bargain with these guys and let them take whatever they want as long as they leave us alone?
We don't know what they want. Firu kind
I
of.
think they want to just take the stuff because they shot a harpoon forward as well instead of just the cargo hold.
No, the
Something tells
bullets
me
were
they
just
don't want to
taken in the shield.
bargain.
Yeah, I don't think they want to bargain.
Fight
I
it is.
Oh, I don't. I think maybe we should position ourselves in a better place than smack dab on the other side. If we're on the opposite side, there's a good chance we can at least still get in, further ahead along
We
the.
don't know which door they're coming in.
So hang on. Firu says
And
that
Fury
it
can't
looks
get
like
past.
they're going to go up top. I can't. He can't see much. He's trying to lean out and get. Basically, he's leaning out here. He's trying to see back as far as he can, but he can't see much. But he says there's people coming.
Are they going towards one side or the other, particularly?
He,
You
he
can't
can't
tell.
see them.
He
He
just
just
saw
saw
him.
some
He
go
saw
up.
him. They got on the rope and started zipping in.
All right.
And not but a couple seconds after that, you hear cling right here, and you start hearing climbing noises that start getting up onto the roof. And it sounds like some are going this way and some are coming back this way.
Well,
These people are double moving. That's when Firu goes, "Shit, here they are!" So he makes his prepared attack.
Do it to it, Firu.
Get 'em, Firu.
His prepared attack with the Scorpion Whip is a +5.
It's +9, main hand.
Oh yeah, that's if I'm doing the. He doesn't have the broadsword out. You're correct. I for some reason here had them both equipped.
Yeah.
So it's +9.
1d4 +4.
Yep. That is a 9, 10, 11, 12. Is a miss. You kind of hear the razors on the sides of the whip scraping against the top, and then he kind of comes back in just a little bit, and
That
is
was
it.
the warning shot.
Yeah, that is it for their turn. They double move to do that.
So with how big Fury is he occupying that entire doorway?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he
He's a
can't
big boy.
actually leave it. He can squeeze his upper half out to make these attacks and get some because he's got a 10-foot range.
Yeah.
But he can't like freely go in and out.
He
So
is
the reason I was
technically,
asking, I can't
really
help
go in
him
and out.
against anybody there.
Correct.
yeah, he's technically 2 squares, but because he has the ability to reach over into all 4 squares,
We use the
then he
token.
takes up all 4
Yeah.
squares.
All right, so that actually puts it back on his turn. He is going to prepare his attack. He's going to get out the whip. He has the whip out. He's going to get his 9-ring broadsword out. He's going to offhand that one, and he's going to prepare an attack, a full round attack against the first person who drops down there. Garrett.
I think what I'm gonna do is let me check my inventory. Heavy mace, other arm, escape pistol. But still. So do I have to take a turn to reload my gun?
For you to reload, you must use. I believe it's a move action. I'm just going to double check real quick.
How do I send something in chat just to you, Vex?
/W space GM. Yeah, you're using a pistol, so it's a move action.
Alright. I'll do that. Just use my move action to reload.
So, I'm sorry, was that? You're going to...
I'm just gonna reload then.
Okay, not going to do a standard action or prepare an action?
Could I reload then prepare an action to shoot again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Where are you going to shoot?
Well, I want to try the harpoon again, unless...
Oh, you can go ahead and do that right now.
Alright, unless I want to wait until someone...
Sorry,
But
you have
it's
a move
taught
action.
now, though.
You have a move action. You have a standard action, and you have a swift action.
Okay.
So yeah, the thing is you've done some damage. If you can keep damaging the head, it's a bit harder to hit now. You can keep damaging the head and eventually, hopefully, break the head off of it, and the rest of the harpoon will fall through the hole.
I'll try it again then.
Okay.
Fingers crossed. Where's it already?
Please don't get a 1. Oh, thank goodness.
19. All right, roll damage.
Oh, 6.
Okay, so it hits but does no damage to it.
Blink.
Yep. Tael.
Would it probably be a good idea to go ahead, since Fury essentially has the door on this side, to go ahead and give him either resistance or guidance to help him with whatever that next attack is?
Guidance would super help out, because that'll ensure that he gets, what is it, +1?
Presently, I believe I am looking at his ass.
Well,
So
I'm sure Sab's
I'm
jealous.
going to go ahead and
Yep.
apologize right now, because the thing that I'm going to be able to reach is the side of his ass to go ahead and touch him in order to cast guidance.
All right.
So,
Just be sure to duck.
All right, so on the next attack that he makes that he chooses to use guidance on, he gets +1. Fantastic. Do you stay there? Are you safe there? Do you feel safe there?
I mean, I'm kind of still in a bunch of boxes at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can make a move. You're standing up now, so you can use half of your each square costs you 10 until you're in this area.
I might as well ask Fury if I'm okay where I'm standing, or would he like some more room? Because if he wants some more room, I'll move out of the way.
No, he's fine. He's standing there to keep you safe, and Santa, and the animals.
But mostly,
I would just say someone needs to get the other side of the door, because right now we have our back like completely not guarded at all.
No, I'm there. I'm standing right there. I can.
Oh, I
see
thought you were
past
still
the
attacking the
door.
harpoon.
No.
Well, what she's saying is like somebody blocked the doorway.
Yeah.
Like what he's doing. What headset are you guys using, Sab and Tay?
It's some Chinese headset.
There you
Hold
go.
up. I can pull it up in about.
Hold on, no, I have it. I have
just
it.
a second.
Here, hold on.
Oh, you have the actual box.
They
Yeah, I
look
do.
really cool.
Yeah, it's got like nice little LED lights.
They were rather cheap too, and got them off of Amazon. There.
Okay.
Koshi.
Yeah, we'll put the info in the video and stuff, I'm sure. Y'all just have to give it to us afterwards.
And they got a really nice cushion on them too.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
sound great.
apparently you can like bend the crap out of them too, and it
Oh,
doesn't-
nice. Yeah, we'll definitely get the specs on that afterwards.
All right. So that'll be your turn, Seda. It is now your turn, and after this round, we're going to go on a quick break.
Okay. So what I am going to do is I will finally stand up now that I have sufficiently taken my 6-second nap.
Hmm.
And I am going to use momentary glimpse.
Okay.
I get a glimpse into my immediate future.
It's in on the round after you use that, you gain a +2 insight bonus on a single attack roll,
Mhm.
saving throw, or skill check, or to your armor class until the end of your next turn. So you get a bonus on your next turn.
Right.
So, Sab.
But do I see anything like what's the glimpse? Can I like shout something out to prepare people if I see like 2 people
Oh, you
coming
mean
in
you
the
want to
door?
use it to actually have some knowledge as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure I can work something out. In the immediate future, you see a total of 6 people storming either side of this cabin.
Okay. So I'll just shout out 6.
Yep. Or you can say 6 people.
Yeah.
6 people coming or something
6
like
people.
that. And Firo goes, "What the hell?" Sab, it is your turn.
All right, I've got 2 questions, and one of them is to take something out of my bag and use it. Is that a standard action?
Um,
You would
what
currently
what
have to
is it?
drop your sword.
The caltrops.
The caltrops? Yes, it would be a standard action.
Would I have to drop my sword, or can I one hand
Yeah,
that?
no, you're having to actually take it off of your back and
Mhm.
get it out of
Okay.
there. So it's going to take 2 hands to do that.
No,
And
you
it
can pick your
sounds,
sword back up.
but it sounds like they're already too close for me to realistically be able to do that with any use.
I
Yeah, because you'd have to use another standard action to toss them
And it also looks like I'm
out of throwing
clearly too
range.
far to get over there to hold that door.
yeah, in my opinion, I'd hold off on that.
Well, I mean, you could double move, but you won't be able to prepare an action, so you'd just be standing in the doorway.
Yeah.
Okay,
I made it. I'm blocking it. I'm dead.
perception. I want to. What's around me right now? I
All right,
want to do
what's your perception bonus?
check. +5.
All right, so 15
Is there
around
anything
you,
useful right next to me?
right next to you. Um, okay, so you're looking at a bunch of luggage and stuff right in front of you. That's what this whole row was.
Yeah, that was
just
on
small
the luggage. Was on
suitcases and
this
clothing.
side.
Nothing's been burst open or anything like that.
What
So
about over here? Well, the reason
no,
I'm asking is you said there was like a curtain thing over here on this. Is there anything like that over here?
no.
Okay.
This is tied down, but there's nothing like that there. And you've got some large metal cylinder here.
How is the luggage tied down?
It's just basic tied down, just kind of hemp down. There's little small hooks that rope goes kind of weaving in and out.
Are they stacked vertically up against the wall so that if I
Not
pulled one
very
of those
high.
hooks, they'd fall?
No, they're shorter than you. I would say it comes up maybe a total of 3 feet off the ground for this luggage here.
Okay. Is there any way that I can use my standard action to just throw a bunch of stuff into the path here?
It's a good idea.
Um,
Just to tip over some boxes.
yeah, I mean you can still do that with these, just to it'll make this all difficult terrain is all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean all the stuff in front of me this way make this stuff difficult.
Yeah. Just give me just give me an attack on the rope basically,
Okay.
and or sorry, I meant damage. I was gonna let you have the hit.
Oh, okay. Let me do that one.
All right, 7 damage. Yeah, you cut straight through the rope, and as stuff's kind of like moving about, it topples over, and you kind of use a move action to kick the rest of the stuff down. So
So, okay, yeah, I was about to do the same thing.
it kind of causes a chain reaction. So these are all now difficult terrain for everybody.
All right, and that takes both of my actions.
Yes.
Do I have any movement at all left?
I'm gonna say that used half your movement.
Okay. But there's no way I can assist Fury over there, so I think. What is this thing right here?
That's the
Is
big
that-
metal cylinder that I was talking about.
Okay, it goes all the way to the ceiling, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It doesn't get stuck at the ceiling. It stops. It's kind of like domes off.
Okay, but it's
It's
a
chained down.
structure
Like a
that
silo.
blocks
It's like a
visibility.
silo
Yes.
that's holding grain or something.
If it blocks visibility, I'll just move and sit
Yes,
here.
if anything
Then.
were on the opposite side of you, you'd have 100% concealment.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so in between that, dudes act.
Need to move that turn order thing out of the way. There we go.
Oops, I went to the wrong one.
Yeah,
Oh,
ours.
Sada's not laying down
In
anymore.
in regards to chat for people who are asking about the headsets, I think we paid like $20 for these.
Oh gosh, wow.
That's super cheap. I paid $20 for this headset. Well, the thing for this though too is that it's wireless.
Oh yeah, these
So.
are not wireless.
Ah!
What happened?
Suddenly
Get
there
the
were a bunch of
people.
guys.
Oh,
I forgot to move.
but they can't get to you.
Well, it's
Fury's holding
okay.
the door.
Fury's blocking the
Unless
door.
they have a reach weapon.
No, they can't get past him.
They
He's
can't
blocking
get
the
past
door.
him.
The door is one square, right?
Yeah, they can't get past him.
Oh, okay.
You can squeeze past your allies in situations like that most of the time, but not all the time. All right, so when you're attacking these, you call it the color that you're attacking. So call it the color and then whatever you want to name it. In this case,
Is there
before I
two
describe
booths over
them,
there?
Those tokens look great, babe.
thank you.
Yeah, they're nice.
So 3 people drop down on either side, and Firu, of course, makes his prepared attack. He has a full round attack, so he's going to be attacking twice.
And guidance.
Yes, and guidance. His first attack is with the Razor Whip. This is the first person that drops down, the person in orange. He makes his +5 attack. He's going to hold off on the guidance for now. Make it
Can
+5.
just out of curiosity, but while they're still right there on that part, if he tripped one of them, would they fall off the rail?
Potentially, yes. And he misses with that. So he's going to use his guidance for the next one, which is his 9-ring broadsword. I have to choose him here.
Is that in his main hand or?
It's his offhand, so now it's a +5 because of the guidance.
Okay, yeah.
And that one hits, and it hits for
1d8 plus 2.
1d8 plus 2. It hits for 8,
Nice.
9, 10 damage. So as this person lands, the whip falls short of hitting him, but the broadsword catches him straight in the neck, and when Fury lifts his sword up, blood kind of flings back, and he falls off the back. He just falls dead. Just gone. There's a spark of lightning as he falls under the rail.
Totally worth getting rid of your starting
Roast
gear
chicken.
for.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm just using him as a big shield anyway.
Right now he's a battering ram.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now to properly describe these guys, then we go on break. Perception checks. Or I'm going to have them take the rest of their turn too. But
Yeah.
all right, so that's
I'm
10.
just having awful rolls.
Then welcome to roll 20.
Yeah.
First time.
See,
Yeah.
Daniel's
4,
replaced
27.
my shit rolls. He's got them now.
I told you they would.
They confused me with you, and they gave me the terrible
Yeah.
ones.
Oops,
No,
sorry.
the-
Hold on. Get up.
Fantastic. All right, so everybody who got above a 15 notices. These dudes all have a tattoo on their neck. Looks like some sort of flame flickering up with 5
Green
legs.
flame.
Yes, green flame. A lot of them have kind of crazy unkempt hair. I'm just using a single race, but they are mixed races. It's half elf,
So
elf,
the
humans.
members of the sea algae.
The
Then
seaweed
you have
gland.
2 guys that are actually moderately armored. These other guys are in lighter armor. These dudes seem to be in somewhat heavy armor.
These two are like
They,
captains.
yeah, they look to be knights, and they're wearing. It's not a symmetrical gold piece on their face. It actually does the same thing as the tattoo was doing. So it's kind of a like this deal, and then there. This is supposed to come up more than that. There we go. So it does like that for their nose and mouth pieces and all that.
Would I be able to see what kind of emblem they're wearing?
It's the same emblem on their little cloak
On
crest.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Do either of them have enough knowledge to know what the crest is?
We'll get to that in a moment. First, these guys get to attack. So the knight is
Didn't
making.
we want to take a short break?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to finish your turn and then we're taking a
Oh,
short break.
okay, okay.
So the two knights, or the one knight on this side next to Firu. What color is he? He's red.
Yeah. You have 2 blues, by the way.
Yeah, one's
Just call
one's
it
a
right
knight.
and left.
Yes, well, no, it's a knight blue,
Oh, okay.
and we'll call the other guys not knights, blue.
Not knights.
Yeah,
Grunts.
grunts, initiates, however you want to call it. That'll be
The
perfect.
goons.
All right, so
Get them, goons.
this dude is going to strike with a heavy flail. He rolls a first crit fail of the night. All right.
Yeah, against
He
Firu.
swings down and hits himself in the nuts and kills himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say socks himself in the face with it.
Here you go, chat. Here's your chance to shine.
All right, guys.
Just pick the option that kills him the most.
Don't fuck us over.
Something that makes me laugh really hard.
Yes.
I could see him trying to get the flail going and sort of like catch himself in the face and just fall.
From
Firu
Tony's
can
vantage point
totally,
at the
like,
moment, can she see what's going on over there, or is she just seeing Firu ass?
she can probably peer around. Does Firu have what's the word for it?
Also, did they not provoke attacks of opportunity by getting his threatened range in there?
No, they do that by leaving.
Depends on the
your range.
weapon.
You can
Okay.
enter freely, but if you leave, then then that's what
Okay.
happens. There we go.
Yeah. Red Knight makes the first crit fail of the campaign. Pick one or more. He misses with the flail, smacking his grunt. I thought it said gut. He misses and loses his balance, needing a reflex or false. Yes. He misses and Fury gets a free attack. That one. I just want to see Fury like rear up and push him with his front hooves.
Couldn't he just horse kick one of them off?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Double front kick.
Why am I not seeing it update? There we go. Oh man, it is split down the center there for me.
It is.
Okay, there it goes. It's going up. All right. He misses and Firu gets a free attack. Firu comes back around
Yeah.
with the flail. Or not the flail, with the razor whip.
The razor, is he using it with main hand?
No, it's still offhand, so it's a +4.
Wait, is he using
Or
it
sorry,
with
no,
his main hand?
Yeah, my bad. It's +5.
Okay.
He got a 17.
Oh, that's a hit, yeah? Yeah?
I hope so.
Yeah?
It's a miss, just barely.
Really?
It hits the armor, but doesn't whip around the armor. Just barely a miss.
Does it still do... Oh, damn it.
Just hits the armor, sadly.
Wow. So those guys are gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm. That
Should have
said,
just hit his grunt.
his grunt
That's
gets
what I
his grunt gets to make the his attack,
Mm-hmm.
and the grunt is the green grunt.
Green grunt.
Who's going to use a great sword. It's an okay sword.
How's he gonna hit him with a great sword from that angle? That's
He's
gotta
not.
be
He
difficult.
missed.
Okay. He's like trying to wedge it in there. He's like, ugh.
Yeah, I would think Few has, like, all these guys I think would have
These
partial
guys
cover.
don't see Sab. They're going to do a double move instead of attack. They get here, they see stuff's been all blocked and knocked over and stuff. So they're going to get here, and they pull out crossbows. And before we get to Firu's turn, we're going to take a quick 5-10 minute break, as I should have nearly an hour ago.
Really?
God damn it.
Just
I was
about.
gonna peek
All
around
right.
and shoot these
It's
guys.
9:36 over here.
Yep. So
All
we're going
right,
to take a quick
guys.
break. We'll be right back.
BRB.
Bye.